So this is Alka from the Indian Game Journal. So welcome to our channel.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So could you please introduce our audience about your VC, about your company, and what does it do for the Indian gaming industry?
Sure. So I'm Krish Anurag. I'm the founder of Chimera VC. We're an early stage VC fund focused on creating ecosystem value for gaming companies in India. We take bold bets, we take them early, we do a $500,000 first check, follow on with $1 million. We like almost unconventional, crazy founders who are doing cool stuff. Our thesis for why the fund was started was, if you look at Japan, Korea, US, there's so much ecosystem built, so many pathways, so many procedures for gaming founders to follow. In India, it's not there yet. Obviously, as much as I'm trying to build the market to be like that, we said, why don't we do it for our fund portfolio companies first? And we were able to deliver on that, deliver 2x revenue for 2 of our portfolio companies, build 4 cap tables, help with global partnerships, expansion, and our thesis is just to kind of help out, be operationally active, help scale, and work closely with founders, and overarching, be compassionate.
Okay, that's wonderful. So apart from just seeing the prototype, what all things like coming from business models, financial models and all, do you think these play an important role or parameters while investing into a project?
Well, of course. So, right, there's 2 types of checks we'll write, right? So there's very early stage, which is literally just founder and vision, right? They don't have anything else.
Yes.
Right? That's my specialty, right?
Okay.
I'm much more of a people person. That's what I like to look at. On top of that, as the company starts to develop, of course, you're going to have to start delivering on metrics, right? If you're a B2B company, you got to start showing clients,
correct,
you got to start showing sales, unit economics have to start looking good, right? If you're on the customer side, then of course you have to have a great LTV CAC ratio, or at least you have to have the pathways of significance to show it, right? Your D1, D7, D30 needs to look good, your ROAS needs to look good, and ROAS is a tough one, especially in India, right? So it depends on the stage of the company. Normally we'll write a smaller check if it's the first case, except for if the founder is somebody that we know and we trust, or it's just a high caliber that we can figure that out. But overarching, I think it depends on the company, and these are the 2 models that we'll look at.
That's really awesome. Okay, there's one thing, like the cost of customer acquisition in India is really high, especially for the small game studios, those are coming up, right? So what kind of thing or the risk mitigation strategies of those studio heads builds the confidence in you to invest in those
So 2 things, right? Cost of customer acquisition in India is not high.
Yes.
Cost of customer acquisition for Indian companies to acquire outside of India users is high,
level,
right? But the truth is, it's relative, right? In India, the cost of customer acquisition is lower because the ROAS is lower, because there's customers everywhere, right? But your average revenue per user is significantly lower, which is why the cost of customer acquisition is lower. IGDPA, sorry, not IGDPA, what is it? The IDFA coming in has caused an issue with the fact that it is more expensive.
Correct.
Now, because even if it's at the same price, the quality of user is less. Because you can't tell if it's a high-paying user or not. So that's put a bit of an issue in the market, but it's interesting because you're in a position where India ARPU is low, but CAC is low. But it's about how much revenue you can drive. I think every market is sustainable. It just depends whether your LTV CAC ratio works.
Correct, that's so true. Okay, can you please shed light on something about the LVL0 incubation?
Sure, so Level 0 is the incubator that we have recently launched with Nazara and Mixi, with our knowledge partner being Google Play. Our goal is to create ecosystem of value for new founders who don't have as much access. We want to give them $10,000 equity free, work closely with them, build ecosystems with them. We want to do MVP completion. It's 100 days. If you want to apply, you got to expect that it's going to be extremely high pressure. For 100 days, you're going to get killed, but you're going to really, really build something valuable of that, which will put you in a position where you're able to then succeed further and build something further, which allows you to actually go on from taking it from a project to a business to something bigger. We have a massive ecosystem now because of Mixi, Nazara, and Google, where we're bringing spotlight to young entrepreneurs in India, newer entrepreneurs, and we look for kind of 3 or 4 core values. You got to be ambitious, you got to be quickly iterative, you got to have a white space, and you got to be passionate, right? I don't think there's anything more important than gaming than passion, because it's such a passion and creative-driven industry. We don't just do kind of content, we do everything from infrastructure to hardware to everything. Right. Overarching gaming, we want to build the ecosystem for India, and we're giving away $10,000 per company, equity-free, alongside the mentors being both from India and global, and having at least 1 each for every portfolio company that we will have.
That's a great contribution, becoming the gamers and budding gamers.
Of course, you gotta. Somebody's gotta do it. They
are guiding right from scratch to making it.
And I think Mixi and Nazara, Google being the way they are and helping the way they are is a lot of things that's gonna help boost up the India ecosystem.
Correct. So one last question to you, like there are the days where people have different reactions and the audience for the games differ from tier 1 to tier 2 cities, right?
Yep.
Now there is something coming up like Vernacular gaming and all. So what do you support? That's a personal opinion of you. Like the games, those who are targeting the global audience, or the vernacular games, like region specific and all, knowing the taste of the audience.
It depends. At the end of the day, it's all about what is your revenue per cost ratio,
Yes.
right? If you can do it regional based and do it for 100 people, for 100 regions, I don't care if it's regional based or if it's global based. I want good companies who make good games,
Good games.
and founders who can deliver on that. That's it,
Correct.
right? It's very simple. At the end of the day, VC is a multiples game.
Yes.
Who's
that's
gonna make me
true.
good multiples?
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
The only thing is normally that the regional based ones have a tougher time scaling, right? So I like a GTM strategy that gives me the answer to that problem while they give it to me.
Correct.
Other than that, I don't really care, right? You make money, I make money, everybody's happy.
Yes, at the end, it's the play of the profit, right?
Sure.
So thank you so much
Of
for
course,
having your
it was a
time
pleasure.
here.